Well. Happy Friday, everybody. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you had a great week. I hope that this Friday brings you a little bit of peace, right? What's going on, sexy butterfly? Moonchild is here. Chim Chim is here. Bella Golf, hey. Unknown Feather, I haven't seen you before, but hello. Pony Bitch is here. Who else we got? We got religion free up in here. Agreed. 704 girl. Sparkle Styles. We got Tamara up in this bitch. Pamela MacLeod. Let me tell y'all something. Welcome. This week has been it's been Blackistani. It's not it's to be expected, right? When you're dealing with folks, those of a certain hue, right? All of this drama has one thing in common. Would you like to know what the fuck that is? Well, having a black male involved in how to deal with black males. How should we approach them? Should you be married to a black man and call yourself divested? All of this shit. And I'm going to tell you something. Like I've been saying for the longest, if you eliminate that son of a bitch, none of this shit would happen. Black women will have very few things to disagree about if you eliminate him, right? We got people walking around this motherfucker talking about you can be divested and still fuck a black man. You got ex-red pill niggas talking about just invoking our name. We didn't have anything to do with the fucking drama, but y'all was saying our name like we was fucking you good and you was coming. Divestment, those divestors, the divestors. Oh shit, I'm coming to divestors. Motherfuckers, we didn't have anything to do with that. Usually when divestors get in shit, it's because y'all start with us, right? We not with the shits. We already know not to deal with black men. We already know that. We already also know that there's some women that aspire to be divestors, but they can't get off that shit log, and that's their only fence that they have to hop. They're not going to be able to do it because you motherfuckers keep showing up. Hey, queen. Hey, you. How you doing? We got people exposing folks. We got people lying on folks. We jumping out of the clouds, jumping out of the trees, and everybody falling apart. And the divestors are over here. And finally, we're not in any of this shit. Finally. But you can't keep our name out your mouth. And I like how when you take the opportunity when shit gets hot on the streets to try to say that these are divestors that's fighting. No, the fuck it ain't. They told you 50 fucking times in 3 different languages that they're not divested. How dare you try to blame that shit on us? We don't deal with niggas. Period. And that includes you, homeboy. And you know who I'm talking about. Aaliyah.
Oh, well, I just want to say this. I am the architect of the divestment movement. I am the originator. I am the innovator. I am the emancipator. I am the motivator. I conceived and achieved it. I defined and refined it, molded and sold it. And all these other bitches stole it. When I started my wasn't nobody saying that. I don't get credit for nothing. I mean, nothing. Let me stop. Who does that sound like, DZ?
Oh my God.
Okay, it's Friday, y'all. I feel good. Like DZ said, for once, this shit don't got nothing to do with us. And you got fuck niggas over here with mops on their head and shit, try to drag us in the shit we ain't got nothing to do with. Stop saying our name. But like DZ said, we loving the tricks. Try again. Cue the music, y'all.
We have enough haters out here. We do. We got a whole bunch of haters. But this particular bullshit, that ain't us. And you trying to stick that label on there. And I had some people suggest to me, why don't we stop calling ourselves divestors? I'm going to tell you why. Because whatever the fuck you call yourself next, they're going to taint that too. I'm choosing to stand 10 toes down on it because I already know what it means. Everybody is trying to shoehorn a black man into divestment, and I ain't going. No, let me go ahead and say this with my chest. No, you cannot fuck with, deal with in any romantic way or toxic way with a black man and be divested. Did you hear what I said? That because that includes your brothers. That includes your daddy, your uncles and shit. I said you cannot fuck black males and call yourself divested. You're not divested. You're not. You just fuck hating. That's what you're doing. You can't stand his ass, but you still gonna hop on that dick though. And I feel you. I just don't like you muddying up the waters that way. You know who I'm talking to. Knock it off. You're gonna have to be satisfied with allyship. Period. Period. You can say it as much as you want to, but that ain't how this goes. Point blank the fuck, period. What is wrong with y'all? Okay? There have been receipts from the top of Mount Everest all the way down the hill. And people are going to believe what the fuck they want to believe. It is what it is. But don't try to bring divestors into this shit. Divestors are not with it. We don't deal with them in our personal lives. And we try not to deal with them at all. And sometimes you can't avoid it because they work certain places. They make you food. They deliver shit. Other than that, if it's not a trade or commerce, we're not dealing with them. There's no way to shoehorn him in. You're going to have to get over that shit. And someone said, oh, it's not about who you date. It's just about getting away from toxicity. Let me tell you something. You know good and hell well that the majority of them are toxic or have the potential to be toxic. You see the news reports. You see the stats. Because you want a black man, you're trying to change the definition of divestment. And I'm not going. Period. L, what you got? If you're still there.
I'm here. I'm in his house. And what I got to add to that is this. We are divestors. We not changing our name. We not changing who we are, what we about, and what we bring to the table. And that's it. And that's all. And if you don't like it, that's something you gonna have to learn how to absorb on your own and deal with. Cause we don't give a fuck.
This is the same thing that happened with the multi-lettered mafia when we started letting people call themselves women and that type of shit. And then they came in and changed everything. No. I see y'all at the door. I hear you knocking, tearing up my doorbell, but you can't get in here. Sorry, not sorry. People see you. People see you and they know what real divestment is. Even the ones that's trying to shoehorn black men in, they know what it is. They needed to change to fit their lifestyle, and that's not how life works. Okay? Ebony, welcome to the panel. How are you?
I'm fine.
Yes,
I,
ma'am.
I I absolutely agree. I mean, at first I was thinking, man, could we come up with another movement, another name, anything? Because they're effing that up. And then you absolutely were right. They'll sully that. They'll hop on any bandwagon that they can. That means that they are derivative and that they cannot think for themselves, can they?
Absolutely not.
They have to
We,
follow something. They have to follow a figure or some type of movement. They can't think for themselves. And I think that's, yeah, divested women really can't. We really can't deal with that type because they're derivative. Rap is derivative. Hip hop is derivative. It's all, nothing about them is original. Okay. So we are original. We are us. We do our own thing. And that's the whole point of divestment. Be free to be me. Be free to do us. Okay, without the proclamations of a church, the black church. Oh God, without the shackles of misogyny. Oh boy. Oh, without this, without this. It's like the goalposts keep moving. Divestors are not going to follow that goalpost. We put our own damn goalpost up there and we hop over it and we're done. Thank you.
you you could literally change divestors' names to fat, ugly ass bitches, and you'll still be up have people saying, "Oh, I'm a fat, ugly ass bitch too." You can't change the definition of anything. We're not going. So it's time for you to knock that off. Y'all been at this for a couple of years now. We got people out here saying they originated things, and it's crazy. Yeah, they came before certain people did, but you cannot get away from the calendar. The calendar states I was already there, and you was becoming a baby mama to a nigga. Okay, I'm not gonna play these internet games. I'm not gonna play this gang shit. My girls go wherever the fuck they want to when they want to. I'm not chat watching. You can be in anybody's chat if you want to. You grown as fuck. These people trying to make internet games, and I'm not doing it. Not doing it. You
They
know what
just
a
want
dive.
attention.
Well,
They they swear that's what we are, even though they don't know the difference. And it's when they see women with a mutual respect for each other. Like, come on now. Like they try to pretend like we are your gang or your minions or some shit like
well, the
that. And
thing
it's
is
like,
this: if somebody says they have diabetes, type two diabetes, and they're going to create a goddamn group, a support group for people with type two diabetes, you got motherfuckers that got cancer walking in talking about, well, diabetes ain't the only way to have high blood sugar. And I'm not with that shit. It's always somebody. If you belong to the group, you do. But you can go to any chat room that you want to. That's what YouTube is for. That's why you're allowed to subscribe to multiple channels because you're supposed to subscribe to multiple
look,
channels.
what you trying to be me? You trying to be me? You want my spot flash? You want my spot? Well, you ain't gonna get it because you ain't got it. Can I sing like Eddie Kane Jr.?
I can't do it. I can't. Hey, Shane, how are you?
Hey DZ, hey ladies. I'm doing good. I don't really have much to add. Just I'm sitting over here enjoying my divested lamb steak dinner with the side salad and red wine, laughing at the clowns and minding my business.
Well, lamb is not the only meat. You know, there's cows out there. There's more than one way to eat a lamb. What if it's a sheep? That's how the fuck they sound. That's how the that's how the fuck they sound. Hey Capricorn, how are you?
Hey DZ, hey ladies.
Hey.
I just wanted to
Hey.
say, woo child, the ghetto. At this point, I'm convinced these people don't have nothing else better to do. They don't have friends. So they're looking for a place to go. Our place is not your place. So, with that being said, find you something else to do. Find you somewhere else to go and create your own shit.
Ain't nothing
Period.
wrong with that. It's already there. It's already there. It's called swirling.
Hmm.
It's already there.
I think they're upset because these divestors, we divestors, are gatekeeping. They're not used to Black women gatekeeping, as you were
True.
saying at the top of the show. You know, you let the alphabet mafia in. Oh, you let the trans people in. Oh, we got to cape for everybody. Black women have been caping for everyone except themselves. And divested women are into themselves, and they are going to freaking gatekeep. We're not used to this. We're gatekeeping. Sorry, ladies. No admittance. The
They're not
velvet rope has come down.
they're not used to seeing Black women behave this way because we're always historically have been there to lick other people's wounds while we bleeding to death on the side. While we're bleeding to death in the middle of the damn street, we still trying to put a little band-aid on homeboy over here or try to see what's wrong with him. Oh, he's a Black man. The police be beating on him. Girl, he beat your ass. That's why the police beating his ass. That's how it worked. You don't understand? Hmm.
Yeah,
But
the
any
divestors are the girls who skin their knees too and looking at their knees, patching themselves up. Okay, that's what the divestors are. They're over on the other side of the playground, patching themselves up, getting themselves together, and not giving a crap
we would
about
not
what anybody else does.
we would not have seen any of this shit this week. Maybe a couple of beefs we would have saw this week, but the majority of the beef stems back to the Black dick. You can't do that. These people are your number one predators. They're asking you to include people that are your number one predators. They asking you to include these niggas that won't take care of the babies, the ones that beat you 3 times as much as anybody else, the ones that didn't build you anything, the ones that didn't create. And what they did is they are responsible for the majority of the thoughts, negative thoughts that people have about Black women. Okay, this is outdated. It's outdated. Let me share my screen. Speaking of outdated, I'm going to tell you the honest truth. Okay. Being a Black person, me and somebody was talking today, and they talked about how Black men and Black people were the first people on earth. But they haven't changed since day one. When you're the first people on earth, you have to fight, you have to steal, you have to kill in order to eat and have shelter. You have to. That's what it was. There was no technology. There was no benefits to apply for. It was basically every man for himself. And it was like a dystopia, okay, to get the kids fed. You breeding all over the fucking place, just recklessly. You're the first man on earth. They like to talk about these pyramids, but they don't like to talk about that part. Black men haven't changed since day one. They're still doing it the antique way, beating each other over the head, including you, right? Stealing shit every chance they get, and just being completely fucking reckless. Being that way is becoming outdated and unacceptable. Okay, you need to get your ass away from these types of people because we are not the only ones that sees this shit. These motherfuckers are everywhere behaving like they have to kill to eat. I've even seen Black women take up for this shit. Most crimes Black men commit is because of poverty, because they don't have nothing.
Well,
They're
that's
still
derivative.
excuse me.
Sorry.
No, what'd you say?
That's derivative. Like I said, no, these people act like they cannot innovate anything. They can't. They're just talking at using talking points that other people have fed them. That's my point. It's all okay. We the original people. Actually, Black people, every Black person on earth, when you look at us compared to other ethnic groups, I'm glad you brought this up, DZ. And it has been proven that we have the greatest amount of genetic variety of all the peoples on earth. Most of the people who came from Europe are related to one man, and that's Charlemagne. Okay? So we have the genetic variety. We got brains. Why not use them?
Oh, they're
Why are
not
we
going to
still
do that. They're outdated. They are operating like they did on day one. Listen, they'll take smartphones, smart TVs, all this shit, all the technology, and use it, but they don't create it. Do you understand what I'm saying? They're still living like they have to kill to eat and have a place to stay and clothes on their back, killing lions to have a loincloth and that type of shit. They haven't changed. This is why it's time to basically you get what I'm saying. I'm not on my Discord right now, but you get what I'm saying. It's time for a change. Okay. And the way you know other people know this as well, because I see the Hoteps and Black Power people and all this shit complaining about all the interracial couples they're seeing on TV, seeing in commercials and their ads on YouTube. It's
okay, but
time.
easy. Okay, so the global positioning satellite, a Black woman came up with that.
I'm talking about these niggas.
I know, but see, that's my point. Black women came up with that. Okay, Black women came out, but the Black woman came out with the first computer language. I think it's DOS based. A Black woman showed up with the one. She's the one who did the LASIK surgery. Black ophthalmologist. So the women are furthering civilization. Black women are furthering civilization, and I don't know what the XYs are doing. They're just
Well, you
knocking
see
people.
it. Look at
I
your
know
screen. That's what they're doing.
them. That's it. What is wrong with them then?
I want to know what's wrong with Black women having all this knowledge, having all this creativity,
Mhm.
and still birthing these sons of bitches on the
Oh
planet.
God, I can't help that.
What's happening? We got to share this earth with you, sis. We don't want that here. Okay. Let me scroll down just a little bit more. Right. Do you see this shit? This is how it used to be during the first humans. You didn't get a choice. They just tackled your ass down and you was going to give it to them. They ain't got to ask. Well, today, right? That's how they still doing it. They're still doing it this way. This motherfucker here on the left, his name is Quentin. The one on the right is some ghetto ass name, Rodriguez or some shit like that. You're not even allowed in your communities to say, hey, I'm not interested. Have a good day. Hey, nah, I got a boyfriend, not interested. They stuffed this woman in a trunk, right? Took her to a whole nother city, dropped her off God knows where. They say Wesley Chapel, which is in Georgia. These motherfuckers haven't changed since the first humans. I'm telling you, they're never going to change. So again, trying to shoehorn these idiots into a community is going to get you in a dust up with Black women that already know better. You can't bring them. They're not fit for society. They're not fit for polite society at that.
Where do they want us to bring them though, DZ? I'm trying to. What do they want us to do with them?
You already know.
I don't see how they figure that they can just force them on us. Like, isn't it our right to decide who we do and do not want to deal with? Don't we have the right to say that? I mean, I don't know what makes them think that they can just force these men into a movement that was not created for them or by them, but we're supposed to accept that. Why? Because they say so? I mean, that's why I say, what the fuck is wrong with these people? You can't tell people what to do. I mean, goddamn. I mean, if we say it's for women who want to divest the fuck away from them, why can't people respect that? Why is that so fucking hard? You're gonna force these motherfuckers on us after we have already made it perfectly clear that we want nothing to do with them. I think you bitches need to go somewhere and sit the fuck down. I already said that and I meant it. You're not shoehorning. Go ahead.
They're dizzy. I'm agreeing with you. They're just
I
dizzy. What
mean,
would they do
you're not
anyway?
gonna, yeah, like
What would they
you're not gonna shoehorn them into the divestment movement. I don't give a fuck what you say, that they are not fucking welcome. Not fucking welcome. I said that shit, and I'm sure there are plenty of the divested ladies that agree with me. If you want to deal with them that goddamn bad, that's your business. Keep that shit on your side. We don't want nothing to do with that. And you, if you really respect Black women, if you really respect our decisions, then you should understand that. Otherwise, just kiss my ass. I said what the fuck I said. I don't want anything to do with your brothers, your sons, your daddies, your husbands, your cousins, and none of these other motherfuckers you know. I don't care. We don't want anything to do with them, and I don't understand why people just won't fucking respect that.
They're
gatekeeping, baby,
they're
gatekeeping.
used to basically Black women just saying, "Oh, okay, well, you can come too. Oh, okay, you seem feminine enough. You say you identify as a woman. Okay, you can come too. Oh, you've been
Now,
married to this Black guy for 10 years and he's okay. Okay, well, then you can come too. You can be divested with a Black
no,
husband.
what really chaps my ass is the allies argument. We all need allies. You can't do anything without allies. And it's like, when were these motherfuckers ever our allies? The ones that you're trying to push off on us, when were they ever our fucking allies?
Never.
Facts.
When?
Facts.
It's
Facts.
never happened. It's never happened. They're always trying to get some shit changed around what they want. You can't just change the meaning of a word. You have to do something else. There's already a swirler area. There is. They date Black men and other races of men. You can't change divestment to that. You can't. And I don't know why you desire to. You guys are always pushing your shit onto us, and it's so weird. You're acting just like the males we're trying to get the fuck away from. Trying
These
to
dudes
force
look
some.
like
Hmm,
these dudes look like crack babies anyway. Look at them.
girl, believe it or not, the one on the left is only 21 and the one on the right is 19. That's the hard way. Them motherfuckers look 50 to me, or at least in their 30s. They live that life where it just aged their ass like fucking Benjamin Button in reverse. Jesus Christ. Another thing, I'm tired of the cam up, cam up, cam up. Listen, you already know these niggas don't like us. Asking us to cam up is basically saying, put your life in danger because this is worth it. I ain't met a nigga yet that was worth it. Okay? You get the little lady that is sipping that tea, and that's it. Okay? Just because you brought your fucking face and your real name to YouTube and all these damn places, that's on you. You did it because you didn't know how awful Black folk can be, right? So you came up here with your real first name, date of birth, and all kind of shit. But you found out, some of you, that they are already just going to drag your ass no matter what. If you're showing your face, good luck to you. Point blank, period. Some of us are not idiots to do so. So you can stop yelling cam up. You can knock that shit off. It's not going to happen. Period. This is another
Nobody,
thing. Go ahead and hit it, and then I'm gonna go to the next
no,
thing.
nobody has to come up to prove anything to these bitches. See, a lot of these bitches, I said before, they think way too highly of themselves. I don't know who they think they are or who they're supposed to be. Like, nobody has to prove anything to you. I don't have to show you the way I look. I don't have to show you where I live. I don't have to show you what I drive in order for you to believe a word that I say. If you believe it, it's up to you. If you don't believe it, I don't give a fuck one way or the other. That's what see, that's their problem with divestors. The fact that we don't feed into a lot of this bullshit because we don't give a fuck what none of these niggas or these bitches think. That's the difference. You think just because you dare me to cam up, or you double dog dare me to cam up, I'm gonna do it just to prove something to your dumb ass? Why? So you can get my identity and try to fuck my life and the rest of my world up? I'm not that dumb. Just because these other bitches didn't play their position and understand that, look, this is not how we need to do this. when they're discussing controversial topics and attaching their real faces and identities with that shit, just because they was dumb enough to do that, now you want to double dog dare other people to do it like this, like we're children still in high school. I don't give a fuck about none of that. You can't dare me into doing a motherfucking thing. I'll do what I want and I'll say what I want. And I don't give a fuck. I don't have to turn my camera on and prove
That's their
anything to you.
problem. That's their problem right there, because they're not able to make you do what they want you to do. They can't. That's their whole problem with you. Number one, you don't want them. And number two, they can't tell you what to do. That's really the only problem they have with you, because what they haven't said is that you guys are lying about what y'all saying, right? They're used to being able to tell Black women how and what to do. It just is what it is. And you got Black women bringing them over, trying to vouch for them, trying to tell you how amazing they are. He's not like them. Well, honey bunch, I don't do not all. Okay. That includes your grandsons, to keep it real, your minor grandsons. I'm not doing them either. Okay. You can say children are innocent all you want to, but I'll show you a clip where some of them are not. I got the shit queued up. You don't want to fuck with me. All. Okay. Even if that's hyperbolic, how are you going to say you're being extreme when you're trying to save your life? When somebody's trying to save their life, they kick and scream and punch and doing what the fuck ever they can do so that they can guarantee themselves that next breath. If you want to play with your life, go right ahead, baby girl. Okay? I'm not doing that shit.
Why don't we have the right to just live our lives then?
We do.
Why can't, okay, if you want to be divested, fine. If you don't want to be divested, fine too. But leave me alone. And last time, the last check, that was the First Amendment, right? So if you can get up there and call me all kinds of ghetto gaggers or whatever, good for you. But I'm going to keep living my life and do what I want to do. But you want to tell me how to live mine? Oh no. Oh no. You live in the wrong country. This is not fucking Dominican Congo, Republic of the Congo or something. Okay, we here in the United States, all right? You do you, we do us. Have fun with that.
Y'all, there's some Black women that say you should be building something because the men didn't build. I'm dead fucking serious. They dead serious. Build what?
Okay. So y'all want to be but you get mad when somebody call you masculine, but you're signing up to be the man of the community. So you want to build a community for your men to kick up their feet and nest in. I don't know what kind of dope these hoes on. I promise you this is sad. This is sad. You want to be the builders for a bunch of grown ass men, and then you wonder why nobody respects them. Okay.
Thank you.
That's sad. These are some sick women. They really are.
I just tell them, Aaliyah, white boy has built for me. I'm good.
And what kills me about a lot of this shit is the people that can't stand the divestors the most, the people that have the most shit to say, that talk the most negatively about us, can't seem to stay the fuck away from our spaces, can't seem to keep our names the fuck out of their mouths or out of the topic of conversation. They can't stop talking about us, period. And I don't understand that. If we are the bad wenches, we're so lost, we're so delusional, we're so this, we're so that, why in the fuck do you keep talking about us? We don't give a fuck about you. Let us talk about what we want to talk about on our channels, and you can do the same. But for some reason, they are determined to force this. And it's like, I don't get what the fuck is wrong with y'all. I just really don't.
We have the truth as I know it. Being passive aggressive, right? A legit question. It says, because I don't know what the fuck you are. How can you have a healthy marriage at home with all this aerobic discourse running through your mind? Legit question. Let me tell you something, passive aggressive motherfucker. You would have to assume that when I close this laptop, right, and go downstairs, that I'm up down there talking to him about you. If you think that, you are sadly mistaken, right? It's no different than going somewhere and taking care of business and then coming home after having a bad experience. What the fuck does that have to do with my healthy marriage? This marriage been going on for damn near 27 years. I want you to know that. Stop being passive aggressive, dear. Don't worry about how happy my husband is. Don't. take that shit over to the place where they are trying to get black men to marry them. Ask them that. How can they spend all day longing and desiring for shit log, right? And got to share it with the next bitch, huh? And it's
Thank you.
broke.
Thank you.
And it's broke.
Thank you.
Better
These
get
white
how
men don't care. These white dudes don't care about you. They don't think about you.
I mean, better yet, how can they spend the women spend all fucking day telling you how weak, conquered, buck broken, and fruity they are all goddamn day long, and still turn around and want to have something to do with them. I
You
mean,
didn't say
goddamn.
fruity. She didn't
Yeah,
say
I mean, I
fruity.
was trying to. That wasn't what came to my mind first, but I had to remember we're live, so I had to kind of clean it up a little bit. But that wasn't what I wanted to say. But but they talk all this shit about them and tell you how awful they are, but then we'll turn around and still tell you to still fuck around with them. And still, I mean, that makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. So apparently they, don't understand that we know how to compartmentalize. Like, again, this shit here has nothing to do with our other lives. We still have other hobbies, other interests. I don't know what makes them think that you take this shit back to your husband.
Because
Like,
they're very,
right.
very arrogant and narcissistic. If you think I'm thinking about you when I get the fuck up off here, you're sadly mistaken.
And
You're
that's the
sadly
point.
mistaken.
That's the
Exactly.
point. Divested women don't think about you at all.
At
That's the
all.
thing. We've got other things to do. We've got other men to deal with. We don't deal with you.
Yes.
We don't give
Damn.
a
Like,
fuck about
but
you.
a lot of these motherfuckers are very fucking conceited. They really are. They are
Well, they
conceited. They
should be. Look at how the goddamn mammies got them. They think they everything. Everything starts and ends with black men in their community. So motherfuckers will act stuff like that. How can you get up off of here, right? And you got all this conflict in your head. There's no conflict in my head. Not
okay.
at all. My
I
decision
sleep
is
very
made.
well. I sleep very well. I really do. And I don't have to worry about whether or not somebody gonna come home and knock my damn head off because something ain't right in the house. I ain't gotta worry about that shit. I'm
You don't
sleeping
even
very
have to worry
peacefully.
about coochie checks. Do you have to do your coochie
Oh no, I
checks?
ain't gotta worry about that either. I ain't gotta
See,
worry about that.
you don't have to worry about coochie checks. You don't have to worry about who's in his phone. You don't have to worry about whose pictures on his phone,
I don't gotta worry
underage or
Who
about no
no.
damn
who else
polygamy
he
and him.
fucking if he got any
We
outside
don't have to worry
children?
about that stuff. We don't have to worry about people who look like crack babies. I mean, really, we
They
gatekeep.
better worry about their children out here fucking their brothers and sisters because they daddy around here skeeting in every goddamn body on the planet.
Exactly.
You don't even know your boyfriend's children. You don't walk past their ass in Kroger and don't even know that's your daughter's brother. And when they get in high school, they might end up touching. That's the
And,
reality.
and you wanna know what the sick thing is? It used to be that way, but I think more so now with all this side bitch, main bitch culture that's going around. A lot of these women, whereas that men used to hide that shit, now a lot of these women know that these men have all these children and they still stick by it.
Well, they
I
And
have a
learn.
some
question.
cases,
I have a question.
mhm,
What's the difference between a girlfriend versus a main bitch versus a side bitch?
all three of them are stupid as hell.
Okay. But what's the difference between them then?
The
Why not?
difference, that's what I'm saying. I don't really think there is a difference because they are all sharing the same nigga.
Yeah, but one is called the main bitch, and one is called the girlfriend, and one is called the side bitch. So what's the? Okay.
I'm unfamiliar with that culture. You're just gonna have to give
Let's.
me the answer.
Well, let me get it this way. The
Okay.
main one is supposed to be the wifey. That's the
Oh,
one
okay.
that's supposed to be the main one. That's the one that's at home. She has the children. She's already met the family. They have the family together.
Okay.
The main bitch, I guess that's the main side bitch. She's the first. She was the first. She was the first. And every other chick came after her, falls in line in that order.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the side bitches.
Yeah, so those are the side bitches. So you got the main wife, that's wifey. That's the one that's at home.
Wifey.
And then
Okay.
you got the side bitch.
Uh-huh.
She's supposed to be, but she can get promoted. These hoes can all get promoted. Keep that in mind.
Okay.
Because if the wife at home finds out about it, she may or may not leave his ass. But you got these women now saying that they ain't going nowhere till death do them part. They'll rather be in a polyamorous relationship or practice polygamy than to let the nigga go.
Oh
So that's why
Lord.
you end up with all these sister wives, because nobody wants to let the one nigga go. So a lot of the times, even if the main woman does find out he's messing with 2 or 3 other women on the side, she's okay with that. So that's why I said this culture they got going on where everybody just okay with doing all this fucking. I mean, but how can a woman not want to be a part of that? That's my question. How could you resist? Don't that sound like a situation that you would just can't wait to be in, where you're sharing your man with 2 or 3 other different women?
But
Yeah,
check
but
it
they're
out though.
sharing
It's like
shit
this.
though.
It's like this, y'all. They know that the nigga's gonna cheat. They know this. So it doesn't hurt so bad. They volunteer to be in polyamorous relationships. So it makes them think that they had a choice in the matter. This was partly my idea as well. So technically he's not cheating because I agreed with it.
Yes.
Just so they don't get so hurt. Okay, she wants to sit in the room and watch him fuck this bitch because she don't know what's going on when he's not there. That way she can keep her eye on him and his side bitch. That's just how I see it.
Yeah,
That's just
but
how I see it.
that is, and I agree with you 100%. That is the culture that we're in now. And the sad thing is, a lot of these women think this shit is cute. Why you think all these women keep sitting up having all these babies for Nick Cannon? Why you think all these women keep sitting up having all these babies for Future and all these other dusty ass niggas? They walking around here with whole fucking armies of kids. And it's like, at what point do you look at the women and say, what the fuck is wrong with you?
We've been asking
Like,
that
why?
shit forever. We've been asking it forever and they have no answer. I
It's
know
like,
that they just want to go ahead and keep shit the way it is because that's all they know. They don't
and
want
it's
to open
like,
their options. They don't want to do any better. They like it the way it is and they want you to shut the fuck up about it.
because you can't say it's for the money or to secure a bag when these men have all these kids and these baby mamas are still fighting them for child support. So the man is still not paying anything. Future doesn't pay child support. That's why all his baby mamas are fighting him. Like, that's why I say they are, but it's, trust me, it's still gonna be several other women in line to get this nigga a baby, and I don't know what
Well,
the
they
fuck.
got what they deserve. I
Wow.
don't feel sorry for Future's babies' mamas. I don't give a fuck because they know good and damn well he was a nigger when they met him. He already, at least the second one, had a baby before you got together. So I don't feel sorry for any of them.
But
Nobody with multiple baby moms. I don't give a fuck about the moms. You saw that nigga wasn't shit.
You know
that's
what?
what I'm saying.
Somebody gave me a joke, and it was a white person who said to me, "What is the most confusing day in the Black community? It's Father's Day."
I mean,
Yeah.
that's right around the corner.
Okay. And I was at first out, I said, that is a horrible thing to think and say. And then I thought about the community I came from. I'm like, oh no, never mind.
But this is the side bitch culture. And I think, and my question was, like I said, I'm just wondering why they're so mad that we don't want to be a part of that. Because they have already established that even if we all did want a black man, there's not enough of them to go around. So you're going to eventually end up having to open your options anyway. The thing is, just exclude the divestors from the pool already, and there you go. I don't
Boom.
understand what the problem is.
I feel like mammies owe us a goddamn gift card of our choice because we freed up a lot of these niggas for you. Still gonna have to be a sister wife,
Exactly.
no doubt.
Exactly.
But I feel like they owe us a little bit of goddamn gratitude, bitch. You don't
Yes.
have to compete with me over one of these niggas.
Exactly. You can
I
have them
see
all.
myself as saving the brothers. And I'm doing my Black womanly duty by never ever dating them or mating with them or marrying them ever. Because if I tried, somebody would be 6 feet under. So
I can
I'm
agree with
Exactly.
that.
saving the brothers. I'm
We already,
saving the
yes,
brothers.
we already removed ourselves from the
Yes,
equation.
yes.
So what is
Hmm.
the problem?
More
They're
for
all
them.
yours.
More for
They're
them.
all theirs.
There you go.
Ladies, okay. Oh boy, here we go. I'm just gonna let this. Actually, I'm gonna come back to her, but Look at desperation.
She's a mother of 4, just getting gas Friday morning in Warren at Sunoco.
I gotta let y'all look at that picture again. Hold on.
She's a mother of 4, just getting.
Can we have a moment of silence? Motherfuckers is finding out. They don't treat them any better. But keep fighting, sis. Let's go.
Gas Friday morning in Warren at Sunoco off 8 Mile. Now, this is Joanna Winthrow in critical condition, shot 3 times, twice in the leg and once in the stomach in a totally random carjacking.
He gave no opportunity whatsoever.
Look at that shirt. It says, I don't go looking for trouble. Trouble looks for me. Y'all co-signing this type of shit? Mm-hmm. These motherfuckers are the trouble. If I was the judge, I would have held his ass in contempt for that shirt alone. God damn it.
Crack baby alert. Crack baby alert.
No opportunity to turn over her keys or to turn over her vehicle. He just started shooting.
Now, 18-year-old Javon Oliver, a senior in high school, charged for pulling the trigger. It came out in court after he allegedly shot her as she was laying on the ground. He stole Joanna's phone, keys, and drove off in her car.
I think this is an appropriate case for $1 million cash surety, 10% bond.
That's a $1 million cash bond for Oliver. 2 other accomplices charged Monday in a Warren courtroom, including the alleged driver of the getaway.
Mammy, don't cry now.
Don't cry now.
Don't cry now, bitch. Listen, the cane led you to this place. This girl is 27 years old and the killer is 18. Look at the desperation out here. Look at it. Now, the people that y'all hate so much, she's having to look at that face. That is a face of sheer terror and desperation. Y'all wait to hear what she say. She gon' hey, let's hear her.
Vehicle during the carjacking, 27-year-old Shakira Hayes.
I didn't hurt anybody. Listen, and please just give me a chance. Please give me a bond, and I will come to court, and I will do everything I have to do.
The judge.
That's my ringtone, by the way. I had to download that piece and make the every time somebody called me today, I heard this dummy.
Vehicle during the carjacking, 27-year-old Shakira Hayes.
I didn't hurt anybody. Listen, and please just give me a chance. Please give me a bond, and I will come to court, and I will do everything I have to do.
The judge setting Hayes.
Mammies, let me tell you something. This is going to be you if you don't knock it off. They don't have anything to give you. Please stop bringing them around divestors. Please stop doing that shit because they have nothing. Do you see where she ended up? At a young age of 27, she's standing in front of a white male begging for her life. Please let me go home. I promise I'll come back to court. There's nothing that nigga on this planet can do to help her. They don't own and control anything. And anytime you sitting up in these rooms with these motherfuckers and they selling you all this black man is God bullshit, this will be you as well.
She probably has kids, DZ.
I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. They done snatched her goddamn wig. She can't have a weave. She can't have shit because you can't have that type of shit in jail. You just can't. They take it.
You know, I just think it's very malicious and insidious of these women when they are trying to take and gentrify this movement because they can't stand to be by themselves. And it also goes back to the codependency thing that they just really have this need to be included or involved in every fucking thing. You just can't stand to see a group of women doing their own thing. And that for some reason that bothers a lot of people. And so they have to find a way to weasel their way into it and then try to co-opt it and hijack it or whatever term you want to use to make it their own. And it's like, you just couldn't stand to see these people over here doing something different than what you were doing. So you just have to be a part of that. And if you can't be a part of it, you'll just force your way into it. And if that still doesn't work, then you'll just tear all the shit down and try to fuck it up and just, I don't understand why we are like that. Like, it's just, and it's not just the men, these are the women that are spearheading a lot of this shit. And it's
Most
like,
divestment
girl,
people or BWE content creators and all that shit, the reason they're not around, it ain't because these niggas ain't doing nothing but fucking and talking shit. It's these women
and
that'll
yeah,
come and advocate and talk shit to you on the behalf of these niggas. But when shit get tight, my ringtone happens.
and like
Very
I said,
interesting.
I think it's very malicious, and I think it's very insidious. And it's like, if your husband is black, why are you trying to be a part of a movement that wants nothing to do with black men? Just go ahead on with your black husband. You don't have to try to convince these women that your husband is a unicorn, that he is so different. What makes you think we want to hear that shit? Like, we don't care. We won't care
We
about you. We
don't.
don't care about your
We,
husband. I mean,
we don't
that's why I say
care.
it's all very malicious. It's all very insidious. You just want to drag this man over here and just force him onto women who don't want anything to do with him. And if that's your husband, that's your thing, that's fine. That's what you want to do. Why are you trying to then turn around and force your way into a movement that really is not really feeling
Aaliyah,
them?
historically, they've always done that. Think about the civil rights movement. They begging to eat at folk counter that don't want them there. Instead of opening their own shit, they sitting up here protesting, and you gonna give me some of this goddamn chicken from your counter. They're always barging their way into something because they know good and damn well the men that are in that community are not going to be able to provide them with anything. So what they want to do is get what they call the best dick ever, but also get resources from the other side. They want the best of both worlds, and that ain't happening. It's
I'm
getting too late in
sorry.
the game.
But they swear
I'm
that
sorry.
divestment is not supposed to be about divesting away from black men. That's what they swear. All these, I'm the originator, I'm the motivator, I'm the innovator type motherfuckers. They swearing that this is not what it's supposed to be about. And I've always thought from the very, very fucking beginning, my thing is this: you can't say that you are for black women and for bettering ourselves and putting ourselves first when you're still over here trying to associate yourself with our number one predators. It makes absolutely no sense. You can't tell black women to put themselves first and to level up and practice all this other shit and then move on, open up your dating options. Then as soon as they say, well, fine, I don't want to include black men at all, everybody's like, hold up. We ain't tell y'all to go that far. We ain't tell y'all to do that. And it's like, but no.
Aaliyah, you
Mhm.
have to go far. You have to do that to save your damn self.
Of
I
course, but no,
mean,
that's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah. You have to go far. You have to come. I mean, I just completely left it all alone. And then I lost an entire
Ebony, your mic
family
fucking up.
because I did.
And I'm trying to figure out, I mean, again, my thing is you trying to divest yourself away. You're trying to keep yourself attached to, I guess I'm trying to wrap my head around how can these women think that they can divest from Blackistan but still stay tied to the men of
It's
Blackistan?
the dick,
Like,
baby girl. I'm
it
telling
doesn't
you.
make any sense though. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I don't see how they figure when they say this type of shit that it makes any sense. I'm divested. Divested from what? I'm divesting from the black community in Blackistan. Okay, but you're with a black man. How are you divested from? What did you divest from exactly?
Well, they'll tell you, divestment is supposed to be divestment from toxicity. If you know
Okay.
what Blackistan is, hey, that right there got to go, baby. Them and all the niggas that's in it has
That's why I
to
say
go.
it makes no sense. You cannot come into a movement and claim I'm divested from black folk and you got a whole black man on your arm. That's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard.
But
It's just
Aaliyah, it's
You
not.
know what digmatize is. You know what it is. These bitches swear by the black dick. I'm telling you, because they've never ever stepped out of the community and got any other loving. And they were taught that there is no good loving outside of him. Dead serious. So they just gonna chomp at the bit, coming at you. You a self-hater. You practicing eugenics. They say all kind of crazy shit. Don't tell me about no goddamn good dick, sis. I'm sorry. It's impossible for it to be good, especially if he not providing. How you letting broke dick break your hip like that, girl? Are you stupid? How are you turned on? This motherfucker don't know how y'all gonna get y'all 12-piece lemon pepper wings tonight after you get through fucking.
Hold
What?
up, you didn't know that all of these women are messing with a whole group of six-figure niggas? All of them got all this
Oh,
money. You just don't know about it because all these women are happily married and they're well taken care of. Their men have all this money. And see, that's the story that always floats around. And I'm thinking to myself, well, if that's true, the numbers ain't adding up. None of what y'all saying is adding up because let every black woman tell it. Her husband is the exception and they're living the fabulous life. And he does this and he does that. And it's like, oh, really? All these married women around here, yet the marriage and divorce rates are absolutely horrible. And it's like nothing that they say makes any sense and it doesn't add up. Like I said, it
that's
goes
why we
back
can't
to
keep asking them questions because some bullshit gonna come out of their mouth. You can ask them 1+1. What's that, sis? Well, it just depends on how your perspective and how you look at it. And not all 1+1s is 2. You got a closed mind. That's how they talk. And it's like, you got me fucked up, bitch. You are gone. You gone into space. Mocha Mystique says, how are they digmatized when 80% of them don't even come? I guess mammies didn't know we knew that either. Interesting. I would love to hear the answer to that shit. Wow.
and she'll have about 30 women trying to fight her over that one comment. They'll be windmilling for these niggas. Cause not my husband, not my man, not my boyfriend, not we. See, that's what I'm saying. It just be a whole bunch of bullshit, and it's usually the women. No matter what you say, it'll be 30 women windmilling for these niggas. I swear to God. And it's like, girl, sit your ass down. That's why I said my patience with black women is pretty much it's gone. It's shot. I have no
They'll
patience
wear
with
you
these
out.
whatsoever.
They will wear your ass out because they are so delusional. When I was taking my psych course, when I was in nursing school, they say that you're not supposed to, when you're talking to someone with mental illness, right? If they're having auditory or vision hallucinations, you are not supposed to validate that. You're supposed to tell them, I believe that you see it, but I don't see that. You're not supposed to co-sign, oh, I see him. No, it's the delusion. Nod your head and keep going. It's like, bro, y'all pass her these pills immediately because she got a whole goddamn Luther Vandross ghost over there talking to her, and I'm not here for it. Let me hear baby girl again.
Monday in a Warren courtroom, including the alleged driver of the getaway vehicle during the carjacking, 27-year-old Shakira Hayes.
I didn't hurt anybody. Listen, and please, just give me a chance. Please give me a bond, and I will come to court, and I will do everything I have to do.
The judge setting Hayes' bond at $500,000. And then there's 20-year-old Michael McCall allegedly in the getaway car last Friday.
This defendant once again made statements to police implicating his own involvement in the case, including the fact that the gun that was used in the shooting is his gun.
He, too, with a high cash bond of $750,000. The trio was arrested over the weekend at a home off Stockton in Detroit. That's near 7 Mile and Hayes. Warren PD using facial recognition, pinging of cell phones to track them down. Joanna is still in the...
I guess you didn't know that they were able to do that. People talking about, oh, Detroit is broke. They got some good technology, though, don't they? Keep thinking motherfuckers playing with y'all. Facial recognition got them caught. Remember, we was here Tuesday, and we was talking about these fucking phones is going to get you mammies fucked up. They're going to get you fucked up. You can use all the emojis you want to. These people know what you're talking about. You ain't speaking in code. There is no community. You need to get your ass away from these people, period. And I'm disrespecting people because people don't act this way. These are monsters. Monsters. I get so upset when I see one of you motherfuckers 8 and 9 months pregnant finna blow with one of these goddamn assholes. Dead serious. Keep your men over there. Be an ally. However you're going to be an ally. I don't need to know about it. If you give a fuck, you'll do it regardless of my opinion. But here's the deal. You're not going to be going around to all these different nakeds platforms and all this shit talking about you are divested and you're not. got divested in your name and all this shit, while some naker is up there hooping and hollering and acting a damn fool or talking like a smooth fucking criminal, and you down there preach, catch the Holy Ghost and all kind of shit. You are not divested, sis. You are looking for someone to go ahead and say that you're okay. You matter. That you matter, but it has to come from a person that has a shit log for some reason.
I mean, that's why I say it's all very malicious and it's all insidious, because it's done to try to make divestors look a certain way. No real divestors are going over to these channels and trying to hop on these panels to tell these men that they're divested, to engage in back and forth conversations with them on their panels, knowing that these niggas are about to dog walk you. We don't go over there just for them to tell us that we're bad wenches, that we're praising white men, where your white man at. It's usually same bullshit. So we don't go over there for that kind of shit. Those women are not divestors. I mean, but they will go over there and hop on the panel, big as they, and say that they are divestors, knowing damn well divestors don't fuck with niggas like that. That's you bitches over there.
They trip me out with where's your white man at? Sir, grown men don't play on the internet like you niggas do.
Exactly.
They don't play on the internet. They don't have time for play. They out here trying to get that bag. If you got 30, 40 goddamn hours a week to be on the interweb, honey bunny, you're not dealing with somebody that has a full fucking deck. You're dealing with a liar, okay? It's a hot ass mess, and I don't know. I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
The majority of the divestors that we rock with, they are not going on nobody's channel or nobody's panel to chop it up or have no type of conversations with no niggas. I promise you, they not doing that.
No.
Those women are not divestors because you still running your goddamn mouth with your predators. Why? But you gonna come back to your channel and tell everybody how horrible they are. Like I said, it makes no sense. Everything it makes no sense. I don't know why I guess I do know why they're determined to turn this movement into a shit show, but we're not gonna be part of that bullshit. We've never been part of that bullshit, and you're not gonna make us participate in that bullshit. We don't roll like that. I wouldn't be caught dead on one of these panels trying to justify myself, my choices, or my life to a bunch of fuck niggas. That just ain't gonna happen. No way, no how. I'm not going into their comment sections. I don't give a fuck what they think. I don't give a fuck what they gotta say. I don't give a fuck how they feel. I don't give a fuck what they like in a woman. I don't give a fuck about none of that. You keep your shit over there. But then you will have some dumb asshole jump up on the panel talking about she divested, knowing she's not, and be up here talking to this nigga talking about he a goddamn unicorn. In what world? In what world? And it usually be the worst type motherfuckers ever that they calling unicorns.
I'll tell you this, Aaliyah. If you're willing to sit up on a panel with a naker and have a conversation, quote unquote, and barter and chop it up, that just means that you're still in negotiation phases. You have not entered divestment whatsoever. You wouldn't give a fuck what they was talking about. You wouldn't give a fuck because your safety's supposed to come first. Your well-being comes first. So jumping up there trying to see how he feel about some shit, that is of no consequence. That's somebody that's wanting to basically have black men say, please don't go. Please don't go. Exactly. I know you said you was going, but please don't go. And the fact of the matter is they don't like you, so they're going to let you go. All they're going to do is be annoying. They're not going to ask you not to go. What the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. It would be different if they didn't already know what these men were going to say. My thing is, they've been told you a long time ago to get the fuck on. Why haven't you listened? Oops. That was I don't understand that. They've been told, called your bluff and said, if you're leaving. What's taking so long? Why the fuck you still here? But here you go right there. And I just said, like I said, I don't want nothing to do with it. That's why I said, they're intentionally trying to, fuck us up by running over the time back. I ain't divested. No, bitch, no, you not. You wouldn't be over here bumping your motherfucking guns with this nigga if you was divested. No, you're not.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Nisi, welcome to the panel. How are you? Nisi.
I'm here. I had my mic on mute. I'm great. How are you guys doing today?
Awesome as fuck. What you got, sis?
Awesome. I got a couple things to say. First, I want to say is all these issues about so-called divestors saying that, they're different, or we need to recognize that some men are good and it's not all. Really, all it is really just another form of pick-me-ism, because all they want, and this is what most people who are still in the Black community want. They want to be set apart. They want somebody to recognize them as being different. They want that praise. They want those men to be like, yeah, she different. That's that queen. Say it, queen. Do all these things. That's what they want. And they also want, like, if one of these is married, one of these divestors is married, and they want to say, hey, well, most of them are bad, but some of them are good. I got me one. How about you take one of my courses here so I can teach you how you can get one too?
I can't.
And so it's a grift. And so that's the first thing I wanted to say. And it's just ridiculous because it should be okay to want to totally cut yourself off, because there's an analogy, like when you're talking about, regular, predators of children. There are parents that say, I'm not going to let my kids spend a night somewhere. I'm not going to let them walk anywhere by themselves. And the probability is low, but the risk is still there. And I choose to eliminate it.
Mm-hmm.
And if I want to bring that rationale to the same thought of Black men, because the probability of them doing things, being violent, not being an adequate father, cheating, those probabilities are even higher. So if I choose not to engage in that altogether, if I choose to cut that risk all the way out, that should be acceptable. And I don't know why it isn't.
I left that banner up there for a reason, because I wanted everybody to read that. This is what I'm talking about. Notice the sentence doesn't say, we will be building for your biracial daughters. We will be protecting your biracial daughters. We will be loving your biracial daughters.
Mm-hmm.
Notice it doesn't say that. All they have is dick. Do you hear me? And as a nurse, I'm telling you, all of them ain't big, baby. I done put folic after 16 French in a lot of these motherfuckers, and they are very lackluster. Sticking to the thigh, smelling like all up to be damned. Okay? I wanted y'all to see this because it's telling. Okay? All they do is want to fuck. They don't want to commit to you in any kind of way. God damn it, they not gonna protect you. As a matter of fact, this right here is all I need to show tonight. I don't need to show y'all another video. I don't need to do no more talking. If this is what you guys want, okay, mammies, you need to read that too. You need to read that too. He's over here saying that he don't want you. Do you understand me? They don't want you. They hate your guts, and that's coming out of his own mouth. He said he wants to fuck biracial daughters. Y'all don't hear me. He has nothing to do, right? This is the most attention this nigga got all week long. Do you understand? Outside of his mammy, if she ain't up 6 feet under, right? Okay. This is where he is on a Friday night. This is where he is on a Friday night. It's 9 p.m., right? Folks is at restaurants. Folks is sitting up with their significant other. And he's in here, let me type, I'm going to fuck your biracial daughter. Then I'm going to see what she say. These niggas are trash.
Everything has such a violent connotation with it. Like, it sounds like a straight threat, no matter what it is. We will be fucking your biracial daughters. Okay, you seem very sure of that. So we will. Like, what the fuck make you think my daughter would want anything to do with you? Because I'm gonna raise her to stay far the fuck away from you, just like I do. So what makes you think she gonna want to fuck with you like that?
Check it out. Look at what the sentence didn't have. After daughters, it should say when they grow up. Oops.
Exactly. I was just about
you
to say
missing
that.
part of that sentence, fuck boy. We see you. Keep it up though. Keep it up though. Any goddamn way. Oh, Capricorn, you ain't been able to say nothing. Jump in because we've been going the fuck off.
Look at this sexually deviant idiot up here. Just proving our point. You just so foolish. I know you want to cackle and kiki with the girls, but baby, look, there's no place for you here. Go find your daddy. Go make sure you
Girl,
make sure one of your kids. Make sure, matter of fact, make sure you don't have a niece daughter or a son nephew. How about that?
Jasmine is absolutely correct. That's the only way to correct this. You need to stay as far away from them as possible, and please stop replenishing the earth with them. Please, please, I'm begging you. I'll make you a deal. If you knock that off, if you quit giving birth to these sons of bitches, I will shut the fuck up. I will go to my studio, right, and click deactivate page. That's what I'll do. If you just please stop bringing these goddamn idiots into the world. All right. Not only do they not like me, they don't like you either. That's the fun part about it. But go
Stop
off.
birthing them and stop mating with them.
Exactly. Can I add something else to that?
Yes,
These
ma'am.
people, there are certain platforms, when you say stop birthing them, that still implies that you're still having sex with them, and you need to stop having sex with them. There are some platforms that are like, well, empowerment is about making choices, being adequately informed. And so if you are choosing to still have sex with them, knowing that's empowering to you because you can't get tricked. But these men, they will bide their time. You can say, I'll only have sex with them. Yeah, I'll get that good dick. And eventually you're putting yourself at risk for STDs. You're putting yourself at risk for eventual possible pregnancy. And who wants to get an abortion? It doesn't matter if it's the bench type abortion, it's the medical abortion, both are painful. And why would you want to put yourself through that? Why would you want to risk yourself doing something like that? I have a very quick story here. I still talk to my dad. He is a Naker. I have half brothers and sisters that are the same age as me. They're 3 months older than me. But I still talk to him sometimes. And one day we had a conversation about we had a conversation
he
about.
got a really nice daughter. He got a real nice daughter. I'll just say that.
He
Fuck all that
he
shit.
do.
Fuck that.
But
Talk
it was
to me about what?
It was very eye-opening because he was telling me, and we were just talking, and he was telling me about a lady he used to talk to when he was younger and how he would manipulate her. And he said, you want to actually dignitize them because once you dignitize them, you can manipulate them. You can do whatever you want. You can come and go as you please. And I was like, wow, you're really telling me this in my mind. And I'm just nodding my head like, just filing it away. And it's just like, wow, I can't believe that people really do this. And that's the thing. That's the reason for these channels, to show you that these people really do this, and it's not just you making a bad decision. It's so many people that are experiencing the exact same thing as you are. And so once you know that means you have the opportunity to avoid that altogether.
There was this, I don't mean to go off course for a second, y'all. There's something else I wanted to mention to y'all before I forget it, because I'll go to Discord and forget to talk about it here. There is this really weird looking person that's a Naker, right? And he interviewed some like white powdered donut Dusty. He brought him up there to basically say he wouldn't date divestors. Now, let me tell you something. The problem is this: a divestor wouldn't date anybody that will sit up and be interviewed by a nigga. Do you understand me? I do not deal with white males that have black male friends. I hope you understand that. The fact that he was there letting you talk to him, he's already excluded. Okay? I don't know where y'all getting off. You're getting real fucking desperate. There's no goddamn way. See, that's the type of white dude that fucks with swirlers. You get it now, stupid motherfucker?
Girl, that dude said something to the effect that I can't take her to meet my black friends because they might whoop my ass. He disqualified himself as soon as he said that. He really did. I said, how safe any woman with you must feel if your ass can be whooped that easily. Like, come on. Who says some shit like that? I said, see, I guess I need to repeat myself, but I thought I said a few shows ago, I don't deal with pussy ass white men. I deal with grown ass real white men. I don't fuck with liberal pussy ass white boys, okay? There's a fucking difference.
It's
Please
huge.
understand that.
It's very huge. The interview was done in the very beginning. The fact that he agreed to talk to you about anything. Okay. This wasn't a mandatory meeting. This wasn't something that was part of his job. When white men voluntarily talk to you, motherfuckers, no, he's already off the table. So by him saying that he doesn't date that or wouldn't date a divester, baby, you ain't got to worry about a divester wanting him at all. You got to see, this is why motherfuckers got to
promise you.
stop trying to redefine divestment. He ain't talking to us. We go back a few shows. I did a whole show on white powder donut dusties, and him sitting there being interviewed by you, that makes him qualify.
Ain't
Okay.
nobody talking to no nigga adjacent white man. Ain't nobody doing that. Not no real divester.
The whole point of me getting out of Blackistan was so I don't even have to deal with that at all. So why would I want to date anything that was
Okay, like
similar
what
to that?
what we want him bringing them around for? We trying to get what are we trying to get away from them? Do people not understand? Like,
They
why would we
trying
go and
everything, man. They trying everything. Even bringing up scraggly ass incels to say that they don't. Child, please. Welcome to the panel, Kyra and Lipstick. How are y'all?
Hi, DZ. Hi, ladies. How are you? Okay.
It's on you, Kyra.
Hi. I have several points to make, if that's okay.
Hit it.
Point one, for you so-called divestors going on cicada panels, you see, you're not really a divestor because us divestors know that cicadas are not intellectually able to understand logical, intelligent discussions. So we know that we might as well just go to Zoo Atlanta and go to the primate area and argue with any of them there, and we might get something more reasonable and intelligent. I mean, after all, aren't a lot of black men illiterate in this country? Why would you try to have an intelligent good discussion with them? Point two, unicorns are worthless. They're actually marginally better than a Pookie and Ray Ray. Know why? Because no matter how much money he has, he still has to go to another group of men for everything. For his job, for the toilet paper to wipe his ass, he has to go to another group of men for every need he has. So unicorns are only a little bit better than Pookie and Ray Ray. So I don't care if he has a lot of money. I don't care if he's Arab, if he's Muslim. I don't care if he's Jewish. He's a unicorn that's worthless. He's absolutely worthless.
I don't believe in unicorns, honestly, because if you're not doing what you need to do for your community, quote unquote, how are you a unicorn? I don't give a fuck how much money you make.
Touche. They're not unicorns. They don't exist. They're just marginally better than Pookie and Ray Ray. They still have to get employed by another group of men. They still have to go buy toilet paper from another group of men. They still have to maintain law and order in their neighborhoods with another group of men. So they're worthless.
That's a fact. A unicorn would be something, if it existed, that would have not let a gender war even start. Okay? Because he would have checked the fuck out of them idiots. He would have checked the fuck out of them. If there were a lot of unicorns, like mammies like to think, the gender war would have never happened. Because they would have ostracized the shit out of them niggas. And that type of rhetoric, they would have been scared to say it because there were actual men around to stop it. So there are no unicorns. Anybody benefiting from them being perceived as better, that ain't no fucking unicorn.
No. All you have is maybe a few extra coins. That's it. They're not better. Because you're absolutely right. These so-called unicorns should have checked the shit out of these manosphere dudes years ago. Why is it that white zaddy is now cleaning it up?
Hey.
They didn't intercept because they were somewhere silently agreeing on the sidelines with what was being said.
Please preach that.
That was why they didn't interject or try to intercept the message, because they were silently agreeing with what was being said. And he was like, damn, I'm glad somebody else said it. And that was what it is. And that's why these dudes have some of the biggest fan bases. And that's why you see them in the comment sections, or if they're not saying anything, they're liking the posts So they're there. Clearly they're there. They may not say anything, but clearly they agree with the message. Silence is agreement. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. If you can't stand up and you don't say anything, I'm just gonna assume that you agree with what's being said. And that's really what it was.
And don't forget that these manosphere dudes, these Pookie and Ray Rays, they keep the bar for what is a quote unquote unicorn unicorn very, very low. I just kept stumbling over unicorns. So I had to go with the next best option. But yeah, it's like, think about it. Oh, he's a unicorn. He put books in his barbershop. Wow, he's a unicorn. Wow, he's the Little League coach for his son. That's a unicorn. Wow.
If I see a nigga doing Little League, I'm going to assume he attracted to little boys. Fuck that. Fuck all that.
And as far as unicorns, oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, babe.
As far as unicorns are concerned, we divestors realize that everybody, especially nakers, they have this great ability to compartmentalize. So they're going to be a unicorn only to the people that they care about. That does not apply to the community at large. So anybody that they care about, they might, be good to them. They might provide for them, but they're not going to care about the next person or a stranger.
But they're not really providing for them because there's still so many of them.
I was just
around here talking about what does she bring to the table and trying to do 50-50 and trying to convince me. So that's not really providing if you need all of these other alternative arrangements to be made. If your woman, I mean, that's why I don't understand why they feel like women are supposed to submit to them or they're the head of their household when you're not. If your wife still has to work a full-time job and come home and help you pay half the bills, how can you then turn around and say you're the king of this house and you're the one in charge and what you say is supposed to go when you are not providing? She is. You both are. So, I mean, it's a joint effort, which means essentially, nigga, you are a roommate. So I'm still trying to figure out where they get off. They're not really providing. They don't understand that the man is supposed to take care of his woman.
They understand that shit. They understand.
I was just gonna say the problem with them is they want the 1920s type of wives, but they ain't the 1920s type of niggas. That's what it is. You want the woman that's the housewife that's raising the kids, that's cooking the meals, and that's doing all the cleaning and all the grocery shopping and taking care of all the laundry and all this other shit. But when it comes time to discuss what your role in all of that is supposed to be, then all of a sudden it was, oh, I thought y'all women said y'all wanted equality. Oh, okay. So that's how we gonna play this. See, that's why I say you can't. That's why I just don't fuck with them because they don't understand the way that it's supposed to work when you have that type of dynamic in the relationship. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. In my relationship, gender roles are very fucking important.
Period.
So if you don't say this is the type of woman you want, okay, fine. Now let me know what your role is gonna be and if you are capable of handling that. Because if you're not, don't talk to this bullshit to me because I don't want to hear it. If you can't pay the cost to be the boss, motherfucker, you not the boss.
They know that shit. They know that shit. They just trying to play stupid around here. Let me show y'all what these relationships, these 50-50 relationships and these hood rat pookie relationships produce. Y'all, I don't know if y'all, know what it was like when clubbing was very, very popular before, the internet was a big thing and you have any social parties or whatever. Well, in black clubs, you can guarantee that by the time the 2:00 bell rings, when they wrapping up, somebody is going to have a fight. Somebody's going to get shot. There's going to be chaos. So a lot of times people that can stay away from clubs, they would leave an hour early so that they wouldn't get caught up in the chaos. Sometimes the shit happens damn near immediately, depending on how free the drinks are for folks in there. Okay. Well, your kids saw all of that shit, right? And they went to the skating rink and y'all showed them what you're supposed to do when you're in an establishment and you're having a goddamn ball. Let's go.
11-year-old Damari Johnson's family says they are relieved tonight that an arrest has been made in his shooting. The 13-year-old is charged in the shooting that happened outside of the Golden Glide skating rink.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? 13 and 12 and 11-year-old people, y'all children, at the skating rink acting just like y'all. I mean, wait till you see this video with all them kids. They kids looking like grown motherfuckers, but short, running from bullets.
Caitlin Ross was there for the announcement.
The police chief told us they had to build this case very carefully. They wanted to make sure they investigated every angle before arresting a 13-year-old boy for shooting an 11-year-old boy in Decatur. 11-year-old Damari was shot in the head after an argument spilled outside of the Golden Glide roller skating rink on April 9th. Police told us they fielded hundreds of tips from the community, and that's how they were able to track the 13-year-old down. They've also been investigating the skating rink. Damari's family told police they don't think it's safe and they want the place shut down.
Now, y'all saw the kids running around. It looked like a grown folks club where they start shooting and carrying on after they play their last mumble rap song or whatever. Well, this is a black-owned business. This is a black-owned business, the one they say you're supposed to support. Let's hear about that business.
Our focus right now has really been on the investigation and getting the suspect into custody, but we will work with the Golden Glide skating rink to make sure that they have enough security to keep people safe if they decide or choose to attend any events there.
Last night, our crew was there as code enforcement made a surprise inspection at the rink and found they were operating without a business license.
This is your community, okay? These are the people that you want to leave. They couldn't even get a business license, and they're hosting 13-year-old, 12-year-old, and 11-year-old nakers that are acting just like grown nakers, shooting each other in the head. You want folks to stay around this? You got me all the way fucked up.
But DD, they just kids. They just kids.
Shit.
This is Blackistan's idea of a good time. I mean, this party was lit, right? A party where everybody is shot at, trampled to death, and ends up going to the morgue or to the hospital. I mean, that's good times for them. Shit, it's good times.
Baby, this is the community. Do you understand what I'm saying? Mingo Blue, I'm not sure if you meant to press the button, but did you want to come up? Mingo Blue. I don't think she meant to come up here. I'm gonna bring her down.
Hi, ladies.
Hey, I was calling you. I'm like, she must not know she up here. What's happening?
No, hi, ladies. Hi, DZ. I am so excited and nervous at the same time.
Don't be nervous.
This is my first time being on a panel, and but I just want to say that I'm terrified.
Okay,
I'm terrified. I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
For what? For what, girl? You amongst friends.
I know. I have been, watching and pretty much a Patreon since you started. And so I just want to say to you personally, thank you so very much for standing firm in your decision to put this message out and to keep putting it out, because it's not for the divestors, really it's for the ones that are unsure and seem to be just obtuse about what they are actually seeing and experiencing in their life. And because I have a 20-year-old niece, and I am trying my best to direct her over here to this to your channel. With that said, I can't stand them. And I'm trying to keep myself tempered, because I told you in my email that I sent to you, oh honey, I get the cussing, and because I'm real passionate about it, because I see and I have seen the foolishness and how it has transpired over the decades, and they have gotten worse and worse and worse, and it's just
younger and younger. Did you see those 13-year-olds and 12-year-olds running out of that skating rink like it was a 21 and up bar? It's nuts. And they talking about, let me tell you my hypotheses real quick. Okay, our generation, the ones that are Gen Xers, we were raised by a group of people that they had a crack boom. Okay, so a lot of the Gen Xers didn't have decent parents. So what happened is they didn't want to raise their kids. Gen Xers didn't want their kids to go through what we went through with that generation of folks. Well, what they did was overcompensated and turned these little motherfuckers into animals. You can't swing the pendulum so far to the other side that you end up with the same outcome anyway. It's like you can't do that. You're trying to give them everything they want. You're trying to buy them all this shit. You're turning them into monsters that's shooting each other in the head. What the
Yeah,
hell's going on?
That is outrageous. That is outrageous.
And also, DZ, and I'm sorry to interrupt, this is Lipstick.
Hey, Lipstick.
Also, on what you said, we also grew up in very conservative, strict political climate, so to speak. So Nakers knew they couldn't run around like wild animals and shooting up public places and doing things like that because they know that there would be repercussions. So not only did the generation, like you said, give overcompensated, but they also got laws passed so these primates can do what they want and run the street and be menaces to society. So I think two things happen at the same time.
You can't coddle. I don't know what it is, but coddling turns people into maniacs. If you look at society, the two most coddled groups are Tyrones and Becky's. They are the most entitled motherfuckers that walk around here. Coddling turns people into animals. The entitlement is outrageous. Even when they're wrong, they have to be right. Black women did that to certain black males, and white men did that to certain white women. It just is what it is, because black women and white men function the same in their respective communities. And what we're dealing with now is just a bunch of entitled, delusional weirdos. It just is what it is.
DZ, I think there's a third prong of this that's going on too. The unofficial incest that's gone on. Like, low-key, I've actually been to that skating rink, back in the day myself. But you know where that area is? So, like you were saying earlier, daddy's spreading his seed everywhere. And then your half-brothers and half-siblings and first cousins going to the same school, fucking each other, not knowing about it. They have a baby. Well, they stay in that same area. The second baby daddy, round two, is spreading his seed. Those same kids live amongst each other, grow up, fuck each other, and more incest. So we know incest dumbs down the intellect. So I think that's going on too.
Right, and I think that's been going on because I'm a Gen Xer, and my best friend in junior high got pregnant by her dad. So that's been going on. Yeah.
I agree. I already told DZ. If you look at the pictures of most of these motherfuckers, they look like something wrong with them. Most of them look like they got Down syndrome. They looking slower and slower. I mean, you could definitely look at a lot of these mug shots and a lot of these pictures and tell that it's clearly something wrong with them, like genetically, not just mentally. Like, you could pretty much tell that somebody in their gene pool is related somewhere. I'll just put it that way. I'm trying to be nice, but yeah.
The guy that wrote the book, DZ, you remember this book that got outlawed years ago, The Bell Curve, even mentioned something like that the reason why Black males specifically are behind is because of some maybe inbreeding in the genetic pool at some point. And you can tell that sometimes what they look like. But of course, Mammy's got that book pulled, so it's kind of hard to get now.
They sure did. But what they made sure stayed on the shelf was motherfucking 2 Live Crew. This is what we dealing with. They got the book pulled, but Pop That Pussy stayed on the shelf. This was black women. It sounded like we making this shit up. They was outside the courthouse trying to make sure you don't take his freedom of speech. You got to let him put a funky beat up here and call me 9 bitches in 5 minutes. I don't understand, and I don't care to understand.
I remember that, DZ. I remember that them going to the Supreme Court. I remember Bob Dole pushing against it. Like, I remember all of that shit, and I remember thinking, why is this so important that they have to go this far? Why is it important for them to use this type of language in music? I just did not understand.
Yeah. Let me make this quick announcement. I've had a very interesting person try to click my link. No,
I
no,
saw that.
no,
Yep.
Who was
Saw it
the
too.
person?
no. Absolutely not. I just got up here and said, talking and conversing with neighbors is not the business. And then you clicked my fucking link. They stay trying to get shit in disarray, and I'm not having it. You make sure that you click a link of mammies or at least fence sitters, especially fence sitters. They'll be especially happy to see you come because they're still trying to convince themselves that y'all are worth the fuck. So if you go up there and say something nice, then you'll get the fence sitter back onto the mammy side. But this right here is the wrong place.
I'm
This is
Some
curious to
demonic
know.
motherfuckers love trying to steal, kill, and destroy
I'm
some
curious to
shit.
know who that was.
Check the back chat.
Yeah, check the back check. You ain't gonna believe me if I told you, girl. That's a hot ass mess. I put it to you like this. They was in a beef this week with another with a woman. I put
And
it to
they
you like that.
real
Bunny and
loud.
Clyde.
They
Yes,
say
it's
they
Clyde.
say, and I'm gonna give you another hint. They say they stay screaming. Like, damn, my
They
eardrum
stay
is
screaming,
sensitive.
don't have teeth, and don't sound like they bathe, but whatever.
It's
Okay.
They
Snaggletooth. It's
screaming.
Snaggletooth behind here. The
Motherfucker.
Snaggletooth himself.
Well, it is what it is. I don't negotiate with terrorists. I don't have conversations with them.
Mm-hmm.
Conversations with black males have been over for me since 1995. I don't play that shit. There's nothing to be said. I don't believe in unicorns. I don't believe in the good ones. I'm done with that community altogether. Whenever I have smoke night, these motherfuckers get their issue. They get the flip flop from This Is Sparta, and they get sent back to the Blackistani streets. I don't have real conversations with nakers
Right.
ever. Period.
I hope maybe this is just a troll account, is what I'm thinking.
Ain't no
I
telling.
hope.
That's why I ain't called his name out. That's why I ain't say his name.
Yeah,
Because the
Okay,
next thing
I'm
you know,
hoping.
oh, she would. I'm not fixing to listen to that shit. Hell no. She thought it was
That
me.
would be such a fine, upstanding person using such language against women now, would it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, for the people in the chat that's still lost on who it is, I have a couple of words that may jog your memory. PPP loan fraud, homelessness, vagrancy, dodge and process servers, things of
Oh,
that.
I got one. 11 domestic violence charges.
That's right. Felonious history.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I there's no way on earth that will never
Alleged.
work.
That's the person in the back chat. Allegedly.
Yeah. Yeah, come and get your groupies if it ain't you. Come and get your groupies because they tried to impersonate you if it wasn't you. Welcome to the panel, Tanisha Gemini. What's going on? Hello, are you still there? 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hey,
Hey,
sorry.
God damn it, what's going on? She was out of here.
I'm sorry.
It's all good.
It's been a long time. I was trying to get on the live for the past couple weeks, but I couldn't make it.
What you got, girl? I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, I just quit my job yesterday, so I have all this free time in the world until further notice now.
Sure.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Well,
I
you're
had to
blessed
go.
to be in a position to be able to walk away. So that's always good.
Yeah. Anyway, so I am pretty late, but the last news clip that I saw was the teenagers and the shooting in the skating rink. Honestly, this compared to what happened in Baltimore with these teens as well, I'm not really shocked.
No, that's just
It's
how
like
they
they're
are.
getting younger and younger.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna see a goddamn shooting at the daycare center and they keep this shit up. I'm talking
It
about
probably
shit.
already happened. We just haven't heard about it.
I
DZ,
gotta
them,
use Google, huh?
these the meth babies we was talking about. They starting out early because the crack babies done got grown. They committing felonious acts and stuff in their early 30s. You know, they wait till they get grown as hell and need to be trying to build credit and establish some shit to do shit. These meth babies, they starting out already.
It was some 5-year-olds that whooped their preschool teacher's ass and sent her to the hospital.
What the fuck?
Now you got it. I'm sorry, that's messed up, but damn.
Yeah, they had to call an ambulance. Yeah, she tried to put one in time out and they double teamed her.
No, how you get your ass beat by 2 5-year-olds though?
I'm gonna
Like,
need that link. I'm gonna need that link because
To
you know
find
me
me.
that
too.
story.
And you want to know what the crazy part is? If even though they probably just got together and just started hitting her, but if that woman would have even remotely pushed one of them down or did anything back, they would have been ready to not only fire her but press charges,
That's a fact.
even though their children were attacking her first. So
I have something that is to that goddamn notion. There's a clip coming out of Syracuse, New York, where a little bastard was stealing out of the store, right? But they didn't want the police to do anything with him. Let's see.
Police in Syracuse, New York, under fire tonight. It's over a viral video showing 3 police officers detaining an 8-year-old boy after he allegedly stole a bag of chips from a convenience store. Chris Welsh is live in the newsroom with more on the growing outrage. Everyone's talking about this, Chris.
Yeah, it sure seems that way, Lori. As you can imagine, this video, which was taken on Sunday, eliciting a lot of emotion today. The Syracuse Police Department says they're reviewing the incident, and now elected leaders, including New York's governor, weighing in.
What are y'all doing? What is y'all doing? Guess what I'm doing. Hey, you're like a baby to me. Why you? Guess what I'm doing. I don't know what you're doing.
Syracuse police. If y'all didn't understand what the cop was saying, he said, "Guess what I'm doing." The little boy was stealing out of the store, and of course, this motherfuckers pull out his camera because they're always looking for a way to say that somebody's abusing them. What they actually did was put the boy in the cop car and took him to his mother. That's what happened. But you don't want any consequences for these little motherfuckers, and that's why your community looks the way it does. This is bullshit.
Police officers appearing to restrain this 8-year-old boy from behind, then place him in the back of a patrol car after he allegedly stole a bag of chips. It was captured on video by a bystander who can be heard shouting at police to let him go.
What, you said a bag of chips? So y'all treat me like a whole cold-blooded killer?
The boy's father speaking to Syracuse.com, asking, why would police treat that child like that over a $3 bag of chips?
I don't give a fuck if it was 50 cents. It did not belong to him. You have to teach your kids consequences so you don't end up having to come bail them out of grown folks' jail. I don't know why y'all don't understand that shit. They did not rough that child up. They didn't even put handcuffs on him. They gave his ass a ride home to tell his parents what the fuck he did. Now, I'm so tired of the victimhood shit. What was supposed to happen? What was supposed to happen? Huh? Because his friends was going to end up doing the same goddamn thing if there's no consequences. But this is why your neighborhoods look like shit. They're acting as if he pulled out his billy club and went to whooping ass. That's not what happened.
Mm-hmm.
This is shoplifting, like I said.
And he had the nerve to be shrieking and crying and stuff. Well, baby, your choices have consequences. If they don't learn that, like you said, they're just gonna grow up and do the same thing. And now they're gonna be bailing their damn 27-year-old child out of jail for the same old shit, stealing, because he should have learned the shit when he was 8 instead of 28.
But tell me this, everybody. You remember those commercials where they had black women on there saying, we have to have these talks with our son. You don't know what it's like to have a black son. Then we have to give them the talk so that they don't have police encounters. Where's the talk? Where's the talk? Ain't no talk happening. You teaching these kids to be victims. And if anybody says anything to them that they're being somehow abusive, are you fucking serious? They could have abused them. You better thank goodness this wasn't a nasty cop.
Well, I have a question,
little
though.
boy. Oh, excuse me.
I have a question, though. Why didn't that good black strong father teach the son better?
Oops.
I'm not understanding. I mean, if the father was in the home, that should have made sure that everything could have been copacetic. He shouldn't have been out there still in the first place if he had a good strong black father.
Exactly. And I feel like this, if he was a good, strong black father, he would supervise his child. That child never would have had the opportunity to go into the store by himself.
Why is
I don't
he
know
stealing
any child
already?
That goes anywhere unsupervised.
Why is he stealing already? That's
Exactly.
telling you what type of household he coming from. Nobody is going to listen to you. Nobody's going to take you seriously. You told everybody you had to talk with your sons because that's part of raising a black son. Why is he stealing out of the store? I feel like the only reason his father spoke to the goddamn newspaper, because guess what? There's going to be a lawsuit coming. And anytime that there's some money involved, PPP loans, whatever the fuck, oh, they gonna show up. Let me get half of that stimulus. Let me get half of them taxes. Oh, they fuck with my son at the store. Let me talk to the newspaper. Anytime they see some free money, here they goddamn it come.
They're not interested with instilling any type of life lessons or values in them. They're worried about, well, it was only $3, or it was only a bag of potato chips, or it was only this. See, that's what they worry about. It wasn't that serious. It wasn't that deep. And it's
But
like,
Aaliyah, they can't say that. I've seen grown ass women turn up all the way up in McDonald's over $1.50 set of fries that the cashier forgot. So listen, if it's only $3, then why y'all tearing up McDonald's and all these different places when the chick behind the counter forgot your fries?
Yeah, and I agree, but I'm just saying that's their whole attitude about this, is that it's not that serious. And it's like, no, you're missing a very valuable point. How do you expect these children to know the difference between right and wrong, and you upholding them in bullshit? No, he needs to know that when you steal shit, you will end up in the back of a police car. Learn that now, early, so you already know later on you don't take shit that does not belong to you if you have not paid for it. I mean, it's just, they don't, but they are not interested in teaching any life lessons for real, not any skills that, they can, that are actually useful to them, to let them know you can't do shit like that.
Before the end of next week comes, there's going to be a story. Now, y'all bet me this up now. Remind me that I said this when I talk to y'all next Friday. Before the end of next week is up, right? There's going to be a story where a Black woman is saying the cops took too long to come and she was in trouble. They not coming because this is what you do when they do come. Honestly, you should have been telling the cop, thank you for bringing his little ass home and let me deal with him like that. But y'all talking out both sides of your necks, and you are just clowns at this point. Nobody wants to come and help you, because all you looking to do is file a lawsuit, number one, or number two, play victim and just be around here po-mouthing and carrying the fuck on with your stupid ass. They get on my nerves. Let me finish this shit up.
You know which dumbass couldn't wait to post that on his fucking Twitter timeline.
Who?
You
what
already
it rhyme with? Shit, I don't know these.
You already know the number one race baiter. Cause I'm like, God damn, he gets on my goddamn nerve. But that's a different topic. Go ahead.
Are we talking about hidden colors?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Kyra. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're fine.
To piggyback off of what you said, this same shit is why when your son is failing and can't read and can't do basic addition, this is why the teachers don't tell y'all either. Because you come up to the school acting a fool, cursing them out, putting hands on them. Why would they even bother? And y'all, years ago, y'all fought for social promotion because how dare little Tyrone not be passed along with his classmates, even though he failed every subject and is not able to keep up. How dare he not be passed? We don't want his feelings hurt. But this is why the teachers don't tell y'all stuff. Who would? Who wants to get into a fist fight over a parent because their child can't read?
You can't win for losing when dealing with these folks. There is going to be a way that every story is twisted to where it's some sort of ism happening, racism, colorism, motherfucking ageism, whatever ism that they can hang on to and start a GoFundMe and then find a pro bono, you don't get paid unless I get paid as lawyer. You know the motherfuckers that be on the side of city buses and shit. That's the only way. That's the only way. That's why don't nobody want to see you coming. That's why don't nobody want you moving in their neighborhoods. And I agree 150%. Let's finish.
Syracuse police say the officers' actions, along with their body-worn cameras, are being reviewed, but they add, quote, the juvenile suspected of larceny was not placed in handcuffs. He was placed in the rear of a patrol unit where he was directly brought home. Officers met with the child's father, and no charges were filed. Syracuse Mayor Ben Walsh saying in a statement that when he first saw the video Monday, he was concerned. He went on, What occurred demonstrates the continuing need for the city to provide support to our children and families and to invest in alternative response options to assist our officers.
As a mother, that was a heart-wrenching video to witness.
Governor Kathy Hochul, in an unrelated visit to Syracuse today, acknowledging what she described as the city's pain.
You can't help but imagine the fear in that child as he had to endure that experience. And the mayor and I talked about this, building the trust back between the community and the police is so important.
This is that type of SJW shit I'm talking about. She said build trust between the two. Who's the thief in the situation? The cops was just doing their shit. They were called. And homeboy that you saw over there, the little mayor, back to homeboy that's talking about this white man that wouldn't date you. Anybody that's feeling sorry for him, I'm sorry. We don't want him anyway. There's your example of somebody we wouldn't fuck with. Nobody's fucking with SJW white dudes. You got me fucked up. But it just is what it is. Everybody is so fucking tired of these people. You understand what I'm saying? Welcome to the panel, Aries lady.
First of all, good evening, ladies.
Hey.
Hey. Secondly, in this story, and of course, this is Syracuse, New York, so we already know, but it seemed like black men, first of all, Blackistan have no damn shame. How is it that the father can come up there talking about how can this happen? Nigga, he learned to steal from you. He learned to steal from you. He learned that from somewhere. That's number one. And as a man, as a father, you should be ashamed to come up there talking about he shouldn't have had that experience. But this is why I say black men stay winning, because they, even in this, she's up here, the governor is up here talking about we need to build community. No, you need to put his little ass in jail.
You know what, too? They would think people was being funny if somebody called CPS to the house and said, why is this little boy hungry enough to steal out the store? Exactly. Oh, you don't want that part, though. No. Why was he so hungry that he stole shit out of the store? When they come asking you questions, you're going to want them to get out your business real quick. You're going to drop your lawsuit, huh? Right. Because when they find out what's going on in that house and what he's learning there and why he's so hungry, he's stealing bags of chips, you're going to be mad as fuck. You might want to pipe down a little bit, but just keep watching.
I hope they go further with it. I really hope they go that far, but I doubt they will.
Yeah. Chim Chim, welcome to the panel. How are you?
Hey, DZ.
What's going on, baby?
Hey, boo.
Not much. Oh my God, I had so much I wanted to say. First, on the roller rink, I know this is going to sound very morbid and dark, but that's just the type of person I am. I'm surprised Pumped Up Kicks wasn't playing in the roller rink. And if anybody doesn't know what that song is, a older version of it is Another One Bites the Dust.
Yo, you're talking about all the other kids with the pumped up kicks better run.
Are y'all hearing static coming out of Chim Chim's microphone, or is it just me?
Oh, there's
say something else, Chim.
Yeah, it's just a little bit.
Yeah, you're a little staticky, Chim Chim. But keep going. Oh. They said it's not a lot of it.
Oh, okay. And also another thing, when it was showing like the guy that was videotaping but not doing anything, just watching while the little boy gets handcuffed and not doing nothing, shows how much they care about the little zoo animals in the community. I just had to catch myself there. So he said, "Oh, why are you putting him in handcuffs?"
Yeah, it's getting bad, Chim Chim. It's getting real bad. Yeah.
Okay,
I don't know if I'm gonna go out. Go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
No, go out and come back in because it sounds real staticky.
But my thing is, if it was a group of them, first thing he want to jump up and say is, I'll pay for whatever he took. Okay, if it was a group of them, would you have paid for all of their stuff? Just think about it.
He was just trying to go viral, girl. He was just trying to go viral. How many hungry kids are in that city that he not feeding? He was just taking an opportunity so that he can get attention. Remember, I told y'all in the black community, attention is currency. They'll do anything for that fucking shit. So he saw that and he like, hell yeah, let me start video recording this shit because they love attention. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I
You're
was going to say
fine.
my question is where are his children?
Mm.
You out here trying to get some likes and all this to go viral with this child, and you're probably somewhere on back child support. Where's your kids at? A hot mess.
He trying to get money on the come up so he can pay that back child support. He figuring if
Okay.
they go through,
Okay.
get some. You know how they they're leeches from the side. So you know.
Mm-hmm. Very much so.
Chrissy Lynn, y'all read this super chat. Chrissy Lynn said, "Hello, ladies. I don't get hit on by other race of men, and I'm a pretty woman. Here's the deal. Here's the real deal, and ain't nobody gonna tell you like this. This is because every single fucking day, all you have to do is jump on social media and you see a bunch of motherfucking mammy bitches talking about how all they date is black men, all they want is chocolate, and anybody dating out, they are self-haters. So other races of men are under the impression that you won't date them, so they don't take the initiative to do so. Period. If you got on the computer, Instagram, whatever, and you saw a bunch of white men every single day talking about all I like is vanilla bitches, you probably wouldn't approach a white man either, because you would assume that all he want is white women. So there's your answer to that, madame, and thanks for the super chat. They be on here dogging themselves the fuck out. Welcome to the panel, Miss Jean. How are you?
Hello, everybody. How you doing?
Hey,
Good
Miss
evening,
Jean.
everyone.
Hello,
Hello, my sweetheart. Oh, darling, I'm just fine. Now, the guy that was recording the little boy and the cops.
Yeah.
Why did he have so much to say? I mean, why aren't he home with his damn kids? Okay. Oh, people make me sick. and just niggas make me sick. Oh my God. And like as someone had said earlier, why was that child hungry enough to steal out of a store?
That part.
Okay.
That
What
part.
prompted him to do that? 8 years old, those children are bottomless pits when it comes to food. 8-year-olds, Oh man.
Somebody wanted you to adopt them, Miss Jean. Somebody named Anonymous. They say they want you to adopt them.
Okay, you got it, sweetheart. No problem.
Child, please.
And those content creators, and I know exactly who you're talking about, although I'm not going to say their names.
Thank you, Miss Jean.
They are atrocious.
It's been a mess.
How dare you call yourself divested and you sitting on a shit log? Shut up. Shut up.
Tell them again, Miss Jean. Tell them again.
You're lying and you know you are.
Well, they invoked our name this week for whatever reason. We didn't have nothing to do with the shits.
I know you all didn't have nothing to do with that nonsense, whatever was going on over there. I started to tune in, but I said, how the heck, it was probably some crap anyway. And I tuned into you, and I was right.
What it is they feel like if they can find a way to attach us to or affiliate us with the most dysfunctional, fucked up, just messed up situations, if they can associate that with us, that'll make people stop listening to us or rocking with us.
It's not going to work though, because people know better. People aren't stupid. They know the
that's why they're trying to associate us with a bunch of crap.
I'm trying to wait for the next wave of whatever the stupid hell shit that's going to come up for them to jump on that bandwagon and move on. Because everybody was B2B before, or pro-black, or whatever the hell it is. But now you divested? I don't understand.
Girl, y'all gotta, how people say, hold your own nuts. When we get into shit, we'll admit it, and then we'll handle it from there. But don't be bringing us into no shit because you just grown up with divestors. Don't do that shit, especially homeboy. And I'm telling the honest truth about the situation. It's just the truth about the situation.
I don't know what his problem with divestors is. That motherfucker don't like black women for real. He pandered to black women. Let's keep that shit real. He don't fuck with black women on that type of level, but he has a whole goddamn chat room of black women over there licking his nuts, but he don't fuck with no black women.
This was opportunistic for him to even jump in that. Nobody was even talking to him. It was just a time to double dutch his way in and start some shit. But here's the deal. You know good and goddamn well the people that you were calling divested are not divested. They told you so many times. You know, even though they used the talking points like a motherfucker, they said they wasn't divested.
Man, using the talking points, that ain't even what they're doing anymore. They're literally listening to these lies with a pad and a pen, taking notes, stealing shit verbatim, and they'll go back and say that shit verbatim. But the thing is, people are gonna eventually figure out. Just because you have the bigger platform, you can't steal from smaller platforms word for word and think that people not going to eventually pick up on where that shit is coming from. But you got these bitches literally plagiarizing whole fucking sentences because they have to make it believable, right? So why not just follow, copy, and steal from a real divestment channel while you try to push the divestment message, knowing that you really don't agree with it? It's really not your thing for real, but because it's money to be made in it, you want to pretend like, oh, I'm for interracial dating. Oh, I'm for them opening their options. The same women that you used to call bed wenches and the same women that you used to detest. That's why anybody is still following these people after all this bullshit. You deserve whatever you get because you're not listening and you're not paying attention. These people are not in favor of divestment or interracial dating, but they're going to tell you whatever they need to just to keep the money rolling in, the views and the subscribers and all this other shit.
Jaywana Thomas, are you dusty?
No, I'm not.
Okay, you sound like you in a hallway though. What you got, sis?
No, I'm just calling to let y'all know that y'all doing a good job. I enjoy your channel a lot. Hey, Miss Jean, hey, everybody on the panel.
Hey.
Hello.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah, you know what? When it comes to different channels and whatever and the beefs and whatever, I just wish that a lot of the beefs would just stop. You know, if you all on one accord, it doesn't matter who came first, second, third, or whatever. Just find a common ground and bail who the real enemies are. I'm not coming out here trying to start any mess. I just wanted to come out here and just put that out there.
I agree 100%. I feel like everybody can stay in their lane. Real fucking talk. And then people will see the hypocrisy in certain statements and then they'll move the fuck on. But I appreciate your input.
Yeah, also that last story, you know, in a couple years from now, they're gonna be visiting him in jail. He's either gonna get arrested or he's gonna basically go down for murder, because when you steal, you kill. And that's the golden rule for that. So, you know, somebody needs to check and see why he's stealing chips. I mean, kids did that stuff all the time, but you know, I'm a testament. I had a cousin who used to steal a lot, and his ass is in prison right now as we speak.
Yeah, it's a character thing. It's a character thing, because I've seen children do very sweet things. You know, they have good character. This little motherfucker here, he learned some shit. He learned some shit probably from that same father. But I appreciate you coming up. Your sound going out a little bit too, by the way.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and check out. But you know, peace, love, everybody. See you later.
Same to you. Bye bye.
Police
needs. Are you dusty?
No, I'm not dusty.
Wonderful. I don't see the rest of your name. It says police knees are what?
Police knees are sexy.
I can't.
But seriously, police guys are hot.
What you got, woman?
Oh my god, like I was just recently watching a YouTuber, a divestment YouTuber, and I felt no, sorry, not divestment, a swirling YouTuber, and I felt like
make
she
sure
played.
make sure you don't say her name, okay?
Yeah, I'm not gonna. But she played a video, basically comparing, talking about like a black guy who was in the manosphere, and he basically said women should get R-worded, women should get enslaved, women should get murdered if they're single parents, and daughters of single parent mothers should be treated badly. That's what he said. They should not compare it. She now played a video of a white manosphere guy who basically said women are stupid, dumb, and they shouldn't have the right to vote. And she was like, you see, those are the same thing. Black men and white men are the same. And she was like, oh yeah, choose wisely, don't choose based on color. And I'm like, it's not the same.
Well,
it's very dangerous.
You done triggered me, right? So let me go ahead and go in. Let me go in. When you want to sit up there and compare the two, you don't want to go down that rabbit hole. These chicks that be on the all men are bad shit, well, just go ahead and pull out some vibrators and have a circle jerk. What the fuck are you talking about? If you're going to pick one, you probably shouldn't pick from the bottom of the barrel. That means stay away from the Colt 45 and get you some Stella Artois, some shit like that. They get on my fucking nerves with that all men are bad bullshit. That ain't nothing but dry fucking mammying. That's all that is. And if you don't happen to like men, well, guess what? They got a word for that I cannot say up here, and it ain't misandry. Okay, you might want to go ahead and check yourself and see what you really into. What do you want? A room full of women that do what? Do what exactly? You can be man free, of course. Trying to get other women to do the same, I'm thinking you might want them, sis.
I don't see how they can listen to everything that the manosphere says and then still turn around and try to convince you that it's a good idea to still be dealing with these men in any type of way. You are advising Black women to go, so you're sending them to their doom, basically. Like, you're setting them up to take the fall when you yourself have already heard the things that these men are saying. Do you think they playing with you?
Apparently.
I mean, I don't understand. Do you think, I guess they think that these men is just saying the shit that they're saying for shock value and they don't really mean any of it? Is that what the fuck these women think? It has to be.
It's got, I'm telling, we've been saying this for a long time. It's because these women truly don't like other Black women.
They don't.
Particularly divested Black women. So when they come with the argument of, oh, all men do it, or she was fast, or, you know, all the little stupidness that they like to say, that's the trick. That if you are divested and you're young and you don't know, you know, whether you're in divested circles or not, those are the triggering words. When another Black woman says, oh, all men do it, or all men, or, you know, that's
it's highly disingenuous. Just like the whole vet all men argument, they say that as if somebody actually said don't vet white men at all. I mean, it's very disingenuous. That's why they throw certain shit out there, because what it comes down to is them trying to make us feel like, well, there's white male worshippers over there, so somehow somebody must have said not to vet all men, so we're just gonna say vet all men. And really what it is, it's dog whistling to them niggas. Like DZ said, it's dry mammying. That's why I say a lot of these bitches still mammies and they don't know that they're mammying, or they pretend not to know anyway. And it's dry mammying. It's dog whistling.
Yeah,
and it's usually people with a whole bunch of kids talking about all men are bad. Well, god damn, when did they get bad? Huh? When did they get bad? Ain't nobody fixing to go around here hating all men. Are you crazy? Are you out of your fucking mind? But it seemed like there was a couple of times where you thought men were amazing because you let them jizz all down your goddamn uterus. Huh?
It's not a matter of all men being bad or not. It's a matter of who's fucking us up the most, who's fucking us over the most. And I'm sorry, but that has been the motherfuckers who look just like you that have done that.
They don't want to admit that shit because a lot of them be having sons and that type of shit, but they never call their sons bad. It's so weird. It's weird.
Which is funny because they be the first one up there screaming, my son didn't do anything. Okay, if your son didn't do anything and he's not capable of doing anything, you wouldn't have a problem with this argument. There are quite a few divested women who have children, who have sons.
Yep.
And we still understand niggas ain't shit but hoes and tricks. So I don't even understand how they don't get that.
Ty City, are you dusty? Ty City.
Did that just get on here to fart?
Yeah, that's a fart.
Ty City, are you dusty?
Yes. Very.
Hello.
DZ, they're farting.
No, that's how it sounds coming out their throat, girl. Don't get it twisted. This is an ape.
They moaning.
All orifices on an ape sounds like fart, especially when they talking.
He might be beating his dick off, man. That sounds sick.
Ooh. Oh well. Bye, Ty City. You know, delete yourself, baby. Because you can't use the S word up here. Boy, I'm ready to go to this damn Discord. I'm so tired of censoring my damn self. Delete yourself, baby. This is why abortion, y'all got to fight for abortion laws to stay in place, honey, because certain people wouldn't be here if they had access.
It's funny because I was saying all of a sudden we have these all new abortion laws, a lot of them in the southern states, saying you need to terminate if you don't terminate at a certain time, or whatever the case may be. And people getting scared. Stop, ladies, that's the rule. Stop sleeping with them. That it's not even don't make babies with them. It's just stop sleeping with them, and then you won't have to worry about these abortion laws.
I mean, even as a healthcare professional, I think it's very irresponsible and it's very sloppy and it's very unprofessional and everything else you could think of for somebody to sit up here and even put out there that Black women should be aborting babies, when the truth of the matter is Black women, we are the most uninsured or underinsured in this country. So a lot of us really can't even afford to get it done the right way. And then you are advising to women to go and put their body through a highly invasive procedure that could possibly fuck up their wombs and render them infertile. So why in the hell would you even advise them that? But we can't tell them not to fuck with them at all. But the alternative is just if you get pregnant.
Let me say something real quick, Aaliyah. If I got some mods in there, y'all please block these little weirdos, these like spamming weirdos. I don't know what the hell. YouTube need to do something about that shit. Jesus. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Now, just saying, no, from a healthcare, when you really look at it, these women cannot afford to do this type of shit, especially repeatedly. So I don't understand why you would be so irresponsible, knowing that it's a lot of young women who listen to us at the same time, to put out a specific message and make them think that that's okay, but then say it's not realistic to tell them to just not fuck around with them at all. But you're just going to tell them, okay, if you get pregnant somehow, you just wait and then do an amniocentesis, which is another highly invasive procedure that can cause a miscarriage. But you do that to find out the sex of the baby. And after you find out the sex of the baby, then just go ahead and abort it. And it's like what you're saying, these women cannot afford these procedures to even go there.
They can't afford the little bastards either, but they still doing that shit. Y'all want to put together some of this bullshit, go fund me this, go fund me that. They need to go ahead and fund that fucking shit. Fuck that.
Wait a minute.
But this is what they're suggesting that they do. But that's what I'm saying. The alternative is just stop messing with them. Is it that hard to say that?
Wait a minute.
We ain't the ones that gotta fuck with them. Say that again now.
I'm sorry. There's a channel that's telling Black women to do that process you're talking about, Aaliyah?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, no, very serious.
You can't be serious.
See, but the thing is, it's so extensive and so expensive. They know good and fucking well that they're not going to be able to do it. Therefore, the translation is go ahead and keep having these niggas babies. But you need to knock that shit off, because I'm tired of the pole mouthing. And then we get called evil when we don't want to play godmama to the little bastard. Don't nobody want that shit. Somebody told you not to have it. The fuck?
The thing is, if you say abort Black male babies, how are you going to find out it's a male baby until it reaches a certain point, which means you have to go in for another procedure to somehow figure out the sex before you can even decide whether or not you want to abort it. But
the
again,
person that repopularized that bullshit knows that, is what I'm saying. She knows that shit. So that's why the other side is it's not realistic to not have sex with Black men. It's unrealistic to tell people to get an amniocentesis, elective amniocentesis. They're only going to do that shit is if they think the baby has some sort of deformity. But she knows that. She know that shit.
This is why I say they don't like Black women.
They don't
sit there and give that whole extensive advice, knowing that you have children of your own self, and you stay online saying, I don't want to stop dealing. I'm not divested. You stay on, YouTube saying that, but you're gonna give that to. I can't even believe that someone is giving that advice.
It was shock jock shit. That's all it was, because those people are desperate to have Black men like them. I'm telling you, that's what it is. Say something all the way extreme so that somebody can come argue with your ass, because they still want black men. The majority of black women still want black men. That's just the fact of the matter. You know, let me go ahead and go the fuck off. Listen, we don't want to be brought up. I hope that I'm being very Tiffany crystal clear about not being brought up. You know good and goddamn well that those people that was giving you your issues wasn't divested. You know good and goddamn well we didn't have anything to do with it, but for some reason we ended up in your little argument, right? You need to stop that shit. Every time y'all get a little nervous about something, or every time the fucking pot gets hot, point to the divestors. Some black woman messing with some white dude and it went left, point to the divestors, right? Somebody tell you to leave the community and you don't have a good experience, point to the divestors, okay? But I tell you like this, the majority of the experiences with y'all is trash. Your community is trash. And I meant it just like I said it. There's nothing good to come out of that community. And people see that. That's why they're asking you in so many words to go ahead and breed out the foolishness. But every time we turn around, here you come with the asterisks, but. Fuck your community. Okay? They don't like you. They don't want you. And frankly, I'm tired of hearing the excuses. If you don't have anything new to say concerning why you should stay in the black community and there's no real changes happening, I don't want to hear it. There has to be a very serious change for me to even entertain a conversation with you, right? But all I'm asking is keep your little babies out of our community. Keep your sons out of our community. No, your father is not a motherfucking unicorn. He's ashy. Ask your mama. All right? And if you don't like what I said, go ahead and cool down the kundalini real quick. Bye, ladies. See y'all in the Discord.
Bye.
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 Bye.